So me and my wife decided to set up Hemmingfords, having worked for a few corporates in the area for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
I just felt as though some of these companies were lacking like a transparent and personable touch. It's always about like the number side of the business as opposed to putting the client or the customer first. Examples of this are how many people have you called on a daily basis, how many people have you taken out to a viewing, and then sometimes it kind of just, the customer kind of gets fizzled out.
Yeah, the customer experience just gets lost. You know, how did that customer come back to you? What's the feedback? And that's what...
And you're focusing more on other things in terms of having to get deals agreed for a company in various ways as opposed to, as I say, putting the customer at the forefront.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I love what I do, you know, putting the customer first. And, you know, we're in an excellent area in that there's so many properties of different specs and sizes, and there's so many people. You know, London's a really diverse part of town, and you know, it's just so lovely to be part of their experience of finding their dream home. And when you're, you know, when you found that property for them, it's just such a nice feeling.
I mean, like, having lived and worked in the area for the last 10 years, I feel as though we are in an amazing position to be able to advise people on the best places to eat out, bars to go to, coffee shops. I mean, Shoreditch, Islington is a buzzing area. There's so many things to do, and it's amazing, like, to be able to live and work in the area. So we're like almost better connected to explaining to our
it's not just selling the home; it's selling the experience, the lifestyle. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, it's really fun.
When you call Hemmingfords, you never put through like a dialing system or like this is sales, this is lettings. You'll always speak to one of our employees in the first instance. Generally speaking, from the point of even valuation to the letting, you'll always generally be dealing with one of the first people you've spoken to as well. There's not loads of layers for you to go through. I mean, the response time's very quick, and we're able to also in return make decisions quite faster.
Exactly, yeah. I think it's about showing the customer, be it the landlord or the vendor or the applicant, showing them who we are and giving them the advice that we can give, you know, based on their wants and requirements. And I think, you know, as Faz was saying about the numbers, and it creates a sort of pressure in the working environment, and we're very much on the customer and how we can help and how we can make their experience better.
It's also quite amazing how you think an applicant will give you a certain set of requirements, and when they follow through to an actual purchase or let, they end up going with something completely different, which is also quite eye-opening. So it can be very subjective in that sense.
Yeah, it is. A bit like my wedding dress.